everybody, Spirit Otter here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now, we were just getting a move on to the police department, so let's get moving, shall we? Whew. Whew. We're finally here. Why would they put the detectives so far away from the prosecutor's office? That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. That is a good question. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Okay. Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Well, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. What's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast! Hey, Gumshoe! Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Sure, Detective, sure. Alright, the case. What's going on, buddy? I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend this suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She said she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect, Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! She's prosecutor's little sister. Just investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using the word, like, faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. That's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. One of the highest ranking people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important child, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. He's a patrolman? Dude, I need to know, who is this guy? Detective Gumshoe. What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective ID card. You can't just keep that! You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Detective Gumshoe must have dropped his card a lot. Oh, poor Gumshoe. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. You don't work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember! Where's Goodman? He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Yes! More info! Please give it to me. So this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. You don't think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where it was found? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was evidence transferred for the case handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? And Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is Chief Prosecutor Sky called out to him there, to the parking lot, and Lawless confessing as much. Alright, let's see, do we have anything else? Hey, do you know anything about this? Hey, that's it! That's a King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you there at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why the award is a shield. And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. He's even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, we heard about the rumors. Alright, so I guess that's all we're gonna be getting out of him. Or wait, let me present... Oh wait, I can't present... I can't present profiles. Okay. Well then, let's move. Oh, well I can't. Okay then. Examine. What is... This thing looks to be broken. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece! You made this? You made this, Detective Gumshoe? You threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances and dances until the battery dies. Poor Blue Badger. They get to dance until he drops. Alright, talk? Nope. So dude, what? As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Okay, let's examine more. Let's see what we got here. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police trauma in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look at that patrolman saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. That must make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. I don't think that's why, but that's a cute thought. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? When I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been to the zoo, you see. What about zebras? Or did they not have that at your zoo? Okay, sorry about that. Let's keep looking at stuff. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. The banner there is announcing a crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. A family wouldn't want a set at home. It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure out without the extra help. Okay. I'm kind of stuck. Well, okay, I guess I just gotta present now. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive the chief of prosecutors side to do such a thing? What? I didn't mean... I'm sure someone else really did it. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little well organized to be coincidence. Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? We have to find out a little more what's going on here with Edgeworth. Oh, yes! Thank you! He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, that was a hell of a case. Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there has always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural people would be suspicious. He had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People are saying the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. Oof! Oh! Oh! Yikes! What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? I met the guy who is, what's his name, in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Okay. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice in the face, pal. Alright, well, let's try. I mean, Gumshoe Gumshoe's being nice to us, so... Well, he's typically nice to us, so... Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised look? Didn't I mention? I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy who's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Oh my god, his music is so cool! Hey, buddy, would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters go right into the spittoon. The letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Oh, that old cow dog? You're in a birthday party or something? Huh? Oh, of course. I think he just miswrote it. Great Detective Gumshoe, I owe you one. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Yeah, that would kind of prove it. Letter of invitation, of course. Gumshoe did that. Of course he did that. Gumshoe, I love you, but man. That reminds me of something. That is odd. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. You're welcome to our gold strike. Be like a settler and strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Notice how police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say we won't be needing this anymore. Alrighty then. Can I talk to you now? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman. I almost said Gumshoe. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. That smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Thank you! Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They appeared to work together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't particularly gifted detective. That's one reason he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it would seem. Calling an unarmed man to the shootout at high noon? I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of the fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me! But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, Bambina. So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short of hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. He don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe was kicked out of the investigation? Yikes! Alright, well, let's take a look at the stuff here. Oh, no, I don't want to move. I want to examine. Alright, let's see here. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out! Alright, let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Oh, I saw something. Ah! Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's Pink Princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. See, he's as popular as ever with the kids. Alright. So... oh! Examine. The display is still on the redial button. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls they've made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about redial. Huh? Oh, sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. How old do you think I am? Because here's the thing. Canonically, Phoenix Wright was born in 1992. I actually was born in the same year, so it's just like, how old do you think I am? Like, seriously. So let's examine. I wonder who the owner of the cell phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah! Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? It belonged to... oh! This belonged to Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call she made when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call somebody. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as the other phone picked up. Wrong number. Hope you're not lying. They'd shoot you for that in Texas, partner. What do you think Texans are? Just trigger-happy people? I mean... God. They do have a habit of playing around with guns. I used to live there, I know. But they're not that trigger-happy! Jesus! Okay. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. So wait, was she trying to call us? Huh. This rope, isn't it? Yep, they laid out the outline of the victim's body. They actually don't do that in, crime scenes. It would... ruin the scene of the crime. It would contaminate it. So this is complete fiction. So wait, the killer must have died, and the killer closed the trunk on him, or the victim must have died. Blah blah blah. You've got to be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion. Examine. An old oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Drum over here is on the side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll just probably get arrested. In fact, you might not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. What's this? A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of the day I'll be able to park my car in here. I'll head over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job so soon. That's soon. Alright, hopefully we got more we can talk to you about. Hey, a lot of sky. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambino. My condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambino. How can you say that? You and my sister were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Apologies, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill wind, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But the rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? Bambina, it's your sister. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. Okay. Let's examine some more. See if I can get to the trial. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. There's no wall... oh, this is no wall, but a built-in water tank. I fail to see how that makes a difference anyway. Talk. Jeez. Alright, let's... I want to present. I want to go through the court record again. Check. Examine. Examine. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Wait, maybe I... Huh. I mean, I've talked to him about everything. Yeah, I've talked to him pretty much about everything. Um, present. A seer badge looks pretty round. Our badge is a lone star shining in the nighttime sky, beaming with light illuminating evildoers when it comes to the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. That's a sheriff's badge. 5:12 p.m. The Prosecutors the bright red steed came in on a slow trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime scene occurred 3 minutes later. Since the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe she's waiting for her prince to ride on his bright red horse. What you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Okay. Hmm. A toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you do with the shield like that? A toy knife, maybe? Oh, Sir Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him. You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, prosecutors' office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with each passing year, let me tell you. That should have been everything. What am I missing? Let's see here. Examine. Oh, wait! Oh! What's this? It looks like a notice. Something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 67S. Oh, okay. Name printed on it. Goodman above it. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does that mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? It's yourself, for a detective reason, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh boy, by the way. Yes? You know that song your phone plays when it rings? What? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. You tell me what she talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Well then, a detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I don't know everything that's going on here. Okay then. Well, that wraps that up. Yes, I will save. Well, I will see y'all next time. Bye!